In the wilds beyond the witchlight glade, where shadows dance and dreams are made, lives a creature both cunning and sly, Scabatha Nightshade with a gleaming eye. With feathers dark as the moonless night, she soars through the stars, taking flight. Her wingspan wide, her talons sharp, Scabatha Nightshade, the forest's harp. In whispers, children are warned to stay when Scabatha comes out to play. For in her wake mischief abounds, leaving trails of laughter and eerie sounds. She hides in the trees, blending with the dark, leaping from branch to branch like a spark. Her laughter echoes through the night, filling the air with a mischievous delight. But fear not, little ones, don't be afraid. Scabatha Nightshade is not to be betrayed, for she guards the forest with a watchful eye, ensuring its secrets never say goodbye. So if you find yourself in the Witchlight's realm, listen closely for Scabatha's stealthy helm. She'll guide you through the enchanted haze in the wilds beyond where magic plays. Remember, dear children, to treat her right, and Scabatha Nightshade will be your light. In the land of wonder where dreams unite, Scabatha Nightshade dances in the Witchlight. Welcome, Pirate Council. May our tall tales please you. When last we left our heroes, they'd killed Scabatha Nightshade, so they're going to have to rewrite that poem. And they found themselves trying to hunt down one of her sisters, Bavlorna Blightstraw. However, Bavlorna, old Bavy D, had absconded from her house in the swamp and had perhaps left a portal open to Yon, the third of four realms in the Witchlight Dream Realm and the Realm of Desire. Hither, thither, and yon, and our party stepped through that portal to find themselves in Motherhorn. We've just come off the back of a bit of a shopping episode, so I think now is a perfect time to describe to us, like, once again, your characters, sort of what they look like, what kind of gear are they wearing. Describe it for our mind's eye. Timmy, I'll start with you, because I know you're very excited about a new addition your inventory.
Absolutely. So Pauly is an Aarakocra swashbuckler. Now, you may think he's a lot of things, but he is one thing mainly, and that is a badass pirate boy, and loves to stab things with his brand new evolved weapon, which is called Talon's Wrath. So Talon's Wrath has you used to have kind of feather adorned hilt to it, but now it's got kind of dragon wings. And it seems to be like a bronze dragon wing because it also kind of crackles with lightning energy. Always seeing Sorn happy with his lightning and his angst. He just decided to keep the lightning part and leave the angst to Sorn.
Yeah, plenty of that already, bud.
Yeah, correct. We don't need more angst in the party. And that's funny that the rogue is saying that. But Pauly is like a gigantic parrot pirate. Always up for a bit of a laugh and happy to shoot people when necessary.
Excellent. Yama, would you like to give us a bit of a description? What's Yama looking like at the moment? He's gotten some new gear recently while he was in town. While he was in Thither. While he was in Thither. What do we see when we see the hulking hobgoblin?
Yeah, Yama has changed a lot since he's been in the Fey realm, and I think he's kind of feeling himself a bit. Maybe he spent too long in his brother's shadow, and now that he's really changed worlds and changed situation and changed surroundings, he's really found himself a bit, and he's completely covered from head to toe in golden armor. He is a massive, broad figure, but as you zoom in on his face, you can see he is a weathered old man with lots of scars and a very fierce facade. His armor is moving and changing. There's artwork and etchings that are just kind of updating, and you can see huge battles waging across his armor. At his hip is a long katana, a very traditional samurai sword, and on the blade is his family insignia, and you can tell this sword is really old. He has a golden cape fluttering at his back, and that's him.
Excellent. And Dylan, what do we see when we see your devilish, lightning-clad elven boy.
Very, very. How do we put this? At the moment, a very worried-looking elven boy. About why we are here and what's about to happen. But he looks very dashing in his nice coat that he's always wearing. That for some reason is still perfect. Even though he's been slapped around a few times. Not a single scratch on the coat. Oh, well, or tear, if you want to put it that way. What else? His fantastic velvet vest. Like, it's very charismatic looking. Mainly because it helps with his charisma. But, not really much else. Just a normal elven boy walking around. Lots of angst. There's a lot of that. But other than that, you don't notice very much about Sorn. He just looks very unassuming, but very annoyed at the same time.
Excellent.
At pretty much everything.
Good.
For some reason. We don't know why.
Well, you found yourself in sort of an entrance cove to a bigger venue. This entrance is you feel sort of the coursing of electricity and lightning. Sorn, you more so sort of attuned to those kind of feelings with your sorceress blood. You sort of standing here in front of this entrance hall, and where last I'm seeing if I can find a picture of it actually. I'll have to work on that. But it's sort of you can see out into sort of a craggy, desolate kind of wasteland beyond. Outside, if you look down the stairs of where you are at the moment, outside and beyond, it's dark, it's nighttime, and all you see is the occasional sort of flash of lightning lighting up the sky. Where you stand, though, recessed into the inner wall of this balcony, is this sort of 12-foot high stone double door with fancy scroll work along its edges, no visible handles, hinges, or seams. The surface of the door, when you reached out and first touched it, assumes the likeness of a skull-faced hag, and in a raspy voice says, "The Moon Twin is not welcome here. All others may step forward and pass through the black curtain at the end of the entrance hall." And the visage splits down the middle as the double door swings open, revealing a decorated hallway in which discordant chamber music plays. You step forward, and standing in front of that black curtain mentioned by the door is a small goblin, sort of dressed in kind of motley. It's got one of those little staffs, but it's got like almost like a little version of himself on the end of the staff that he can kind of turn to and speak to. And he sees you all approaching and says, "To impress the Dame of Unhappy Endings, you have to perform. You have to perform. You're late. We don't have much time to prepare." And he says, he starts flipping through, he pulls out a stack of papers from his pack, and it starts flipping through, and he says, I have just a play. Now, normally you'd have several hours to prepare, but last time is of the essence. And since you don't have time to memorize the lines, he throws the script over his shoulder. He says, "Worry not. And I'm sure you'll figure it out." And he motions you sort of off this ledge, and down into the sort of a backstage area. And sort of shoves you in past the curtain. Let's throw Sorn in there as well. And sort of closes the curtain behind you, and he says, "Curtain's up in 10 minutes." And then he bustles out.
Okay.
Well, shit.
Does anyone know any plays?
I have
Do we
no
see? Do
idea.
we see all this stuff? I mean, because I do see this stuff.
Yeah. So in here, this room is just chock with a variety of props and costumes. There's like no order to this place at all. You can see, a chest full of powdered wigs, 3 feet wide, 8 feet long mouse traps, parasol topped with a copper weather vane, plaster pedestals with like leering gargoyles.
Wait, are those tricorn hats over there and pirate treasure?
You tell me what you want to find, and it's most likely here. It's all like as you get closer, if it's if it looks like pirate treasure, it is obviously like fake, right? It's made out of wood and painted.
But there's
wood
tricorn hats though.
Oh sure, yeah. There's all kinds of costumes here.
So wait, he gave us no, like I'm saying this to the group. So wait, he gave us no vision of what the script was. So we have our own thing to do.
Yeah, we got no idea.
That's okay. I've seen one play before.
What
It was
was
in
it
the
about?
it was in the red light district of Waterdeep. It was called the Lusty Aarakocra, and it starred a sexy like pirate captain. And you can be his main love interest, and I throw a tricon hat to Yama.
Okay, Yama is gonna put on that pink dress he sees in the corner. He's gonna put on a tricorn hat. He's gonna find an eye patch. I'm sure there's like a garter belt, so he's gonna kind of like
Tuck it in.
tuck the dress so that he can wear the garter belt. And then he's wearing the eye patch on one eye, and I see some butterfly wings. He's gonna take those. And maybe he's letting his hair out of his helmet. It's a bit long and it's like tied up in a man knot.
I love
But
the
he's
idea
gonna
of you
let
wearing
it
the
long.
armor. I love the idea of you wearing the armor underneath.
He's
Yeah,
not.
that was gonna be my next
He's not
question.
taking the armor off. No.
Amazing. Amazing.
So the dress, you have to make some small tears here and there so that it will fit over the golden gleaming armor that you have.
And by small tears, you mean if a woman was wearing this, she would basically be naked.
Yeah.
Like there's big slits down the side.
And I'm imagining the helmet has to come off for you to be able to put the eye patch on or be seen with the eye patch and stuff.
Yeah, I'm sure there's like it clips on, don't they? Clip on to like the belt. So he's
Sure.
just gonna clip it on to where his like garter belt is, so that his dress is kind of like hitched up over one left thigh. So like it looks very daring, and then you can see the garter belt under his dress. Yeah.
Ooh, saucy.
So it's very red light district.
Perfect.
And I want to say, as you step in to this building proper, Pauly, as you're being sort of shuffled through to the prop area, you start to feel sort of a tingling on your scalp.
Ooh.
Ooh, it's here.
And while you're here, you have that sense of loss that something is missing.
And I need it. Okay, good.
I know you're always a little bit self-conscious. Well, Paul is
I'm
a little
extra
bit self-conscious about the
Yep.
the little spot on the top of his head, even more so now, and you're not sure why. Or maybe you are sure why.
Bit nervous. Okay, cool. That's fine. I'll just say it's like shock, like it's stage fright coming in a little bit. It's fine for now. That's fine. I can deal with that later. All right, Sorn, you can be the other part of this love triangle. Okay, you can be the other dashing pirate captain, but who's not as pretty as this pirate captain.
Trust me, I know what I'm doing. I'm gonna rummage through the room, and I'm looking for a rapier.
Mhm.
Oh my god, yes, we're gonna have a little sword fight.
Yes.
Yep, I'm looking for a rapier and another eye patch. And Sorn's hair is currently just sort of flowing, but he's gonna go over and grab like a costume and just tear off a piece of material and tie his hair up.
You guys actually are pirates. Remember that,
Nah. I don't need a hat. I'm just gonna tie my hair up. Get my eye
some
patch.
kind of do-rag
What kind of
situation.
are we talking man bun?
Into
are we
a
talking
ponytail.
Ponytail, yeah, cool.
Yeah. Much like my token. So I've got my rapier. I don't know. What
Yama's
else?
gonna find a whip.
Maybe
Sure.
I'll get that skull. I want to fix it onto my shoulder. I'm like the evil pirate captain. Skull in the middle of the room, like that ram
Perfect.
skull. Make it look
Love
really
that.
cool. And I'm just gonna practice my flourishes in the corner.
Cool. Feel free to obviously explore the space. There's it looks like there's sort of a curtain that leads out of this room, up into some sort of main hall kind of area. There's also a corridor that leads down somewhere as well. So feel free to explore the space.
I am also, while we're in this space, going to spend a bit of time while I'm looking for costume pieces and see if there's literally anything in here that is magical and probably shouldn't be in a costume room. See if there's anything cool that I could be. Ooh, I'm gonna keep this.
And you know what? I'm absolutely going to pocket the fake treasure because you never know when that can come in handy.
All right. Well, Sorn, give me an investigation check to see as you kind of pour through these props to see if there's anything interesting.
That is an 18.
You find a gilded throne with a that is clearly like it's wood being painted gold, but it's got this kind of velvet seat cushion. And perhaps you take a moment to sit in it, like king in the castle, and you feel that there's a key underneath the cushion, a small iron key. So put that in your inventory.
Yeah, I'm also going to let my little portable hole drop down, and I'm going to steal this gilded throne for my room.
Oh yeah, it's very like if you get close to it, you can see that the gold paint is flaking off a little bit, but like from a distance, if it's on stage, it can look real.
Yeah, good from far, but far from good. That's
sure. You steal an entire gilded throne.
Yeah, I'm also going to take this what looks like a gilded harp that I'd like to imagine is also painted in the same way. I'm going to take that as well. I'm doing some furniture shopping for when we get back to the ship. Like Sorn hasn't done a lot of interior decorating since we've moved in. So anything cool, taking it. Like that's why I wanted to take the mirror like a couple of sessions ago. Needed a cool mirror.
You want it? I'm sorry I took you to Fantasy Bunnings and not Fantasy IKEA.
Yeah, right? Like I'm looking for a cool shelf because I currently have a ship in a bottle. Yeah. And I can't display it.
Yeah. You also see a small wooden cradle that has like a baby goblin toy in it with like a key sticking out of its neck, like a wind-up key.
That's cool.
But nothing of a magical nature that you can find.
Take the baby goblin toy, the wind-up.
Cool. Yeah, a baby goblin doll, effectively. Cool. All right. You head. So Yama, you've opened another room over here. This is clearly a dressing room, resting against the walls of this circular chamber are 3 dressing tables, each one with a mirror atop it. The mirrors are bordered by tiny balls of bright golden light. An ornate high-backed chair on clawed feet sits before each table. Slumped in one of the chairs is a bugbear dressed as a green dragon from the neck down. On the floor nearby are the fake dragon head and tail that complete the costume. You look at him, he looks... just trying to think. Give me a perception check, Yama.
Okie dokie.
Obviously, bugbears of the goblinoid family.
18.
18. You don't recognize this bugbear, but you've seen one that's awfully familiar at the Witchlight Carnival.
Oh, okay. Anyway, well, Yama's going to walk into the room and just go, excuse me, good sir. I didn't mean to interrupt.
He kind of stands up and looks around, sort of a bit shocked. A bit shocked that someone's here, but then just sort of like sees you and goes, "Oh, are you here for? Are you the new actors?"
Yes, it would seem so, though I have no clue what we're acting in.
Oh, well, I'm in a tragedy titled "A Village No More." I'm meant to be the dragon.
Do you know anything about makeup?
Sure. You notice at this point as well that something's odd about this bugbear. He casts no shadow.
Oh, okay.
And as he goes to look in the mirror, where there's the theater makeup pots and things like that, he kind of looks at himself, and you see him just, and you can see his reflection is like older and more haggard than he is.
Oh, maybe he's been stuck here for a really long time.
He says, sure. I mean, I usually just wear that head, so I don't do my own makeup, but I do the makeup for the others. So if you wanted some makeup done, I could help you.
Yeah, well, yes, if I could convince you to do my makeup. Have we met before?
I don't think so. And you may have seen me on stage, though I don't know if you would have recognized me. I was the dragon.
Yes, with the head on.
Yes.
Is there any chance you've been to the Witchlight Carnival?
He kind of looks far away for a moment, as if like remembering something. He's like, yeah, I used to work at a carnival. Me and my brother worked at a carnival.
Well, maybe it's your brother I've met then. And Yama just kind of sits down in front of the man. And, well, I'm trying to be the love interest in my play. So
yes.
if you could make me beautiful and feminine.
Well, he goes and grabs a cloak kind of to put over you to preserve, so the makeup doesn't get on the dress.
Yep.
And gets behind you and starts going, well, I mean, you've got beautiful rosy cheeks already, but I think we need to bring out a little bit more of that. And he starts sort of getting into it a little bit. He says, my name's Hurley.
Hurley, I'm Yama. Good to meet you.
Lovely to meet you. My brother Burley and I used to work at the Witchlight Carnival, and he kind of, while he's sort of getting things prepared and so on. So we're going for love interest. Are we the sultry seductress? Are we the
yes? I think
naive.
She's
like what are we doing?
I'm thinking red light district. The kind of face that will stop a man in his tracks.
Yeah.
And cause him to drool.
Yeah.
And pull him away from his family. Seems like the kind of storyline we're going for here.
Excellent. So we need, and he starts, putting on eyeshadow and extra layers, like, because you've already got like red skin. He goes for like almost like a purple kind of thing on the cheeks to kind of make them pop a little bit.
He knows what he's doing.
Yeah. He's worked with hobgoblins before, for sure.
Cool.
Is there any other questions you had for him as that's sort of going on?
Not really. Maybe just as he's going, he's chit-chatting about the Witchlight Carnival. I would like to know, well, how long since you worked at the Witchlight Carnival?
It's been many, many plays.
Do you do plays every night?
Yeah, well, I'm not on every night, but usually we do sort of, 6 hours of rehearsal.
Whoa.
And then like we'll do a play for 2 hours. And then like another group will come on and do 6 hours of rehearsal and a play. And
you do the makeup for all of them?
For some of them, yeah. Some of them like to do their own. I mean, there's a group out there now rehearsing, but that'll be he sort of he kind of listens to some of the music that you can hear wafting through the room. Like, yeah, that'll be done soon. I think they're wrapping up. So they'll want something new out there soon.
Well, I guess I better get ready and leave you to it. Stop talking.
You look in the mirror. Your reflection is fine. It is just you as per normal.
But with makeup.
Yeah. He. Yeah. As he talks to you, he's sort of like, I feel like my performances just aren't really giving it to him anymore, like they've seen the Green Dragon. I'm just not being very draconic anymore. Enderlin says it's like I'm really coming into the role, but I'm just not sure if, I've really got a handle on it.
Well, I did see some other costumes out there. Have you thought about perhaps playing something different?
Yeah, but we need perhaps someone to write a good story, you know?
Mm,
I'm not really much of a writer. I'm more of a like a rah, and then I kick over the fake houses and stuff.
yeah, okay. Well, maybe we can collab on something later.
Oh, that'd be excellent. I'd love that. He sort of points to the back room and says, "Oh, I think there's possibly some refreshments and things like that if you need to wet your whistle before you get out there."
Oh, well, that sounds great. Thank you very much. Sorry, what was your name again?
But Hurley.
Hurley. Hurley and your brother Burley. Well,
That's right.
I will make sure that I say hey to him if I ever see him.
You remember, because for you it probably wasn't that long ago. Burley was this guy.
Oh, he was like the strong man in the ring, right?
Yeah, I think didn't you like try to out
Go up
strongman
against him? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I successfully did.
Absolutely, yeah. So I think Yama would definitely remember him.
Okay. Yeah, cool.
Cool.
Yeah, sweet. So Yama's just gonna head over towards the refreshments, I guess.
So you pass through the curtain, and it's sort of a bit of a gloomy chamber lined with black veiled compartments that contain kind of makeshift beds. There's not a lot of furniture, some wooden tables, a box of junk in the corner, lanterns. There are 5 performers in here. I haven't put tokens down. 2 of them are pacing nervously, while the other 2, sort of sitting at the table, are just openly weeping into their hands. And on one of the tables are sort of a small earthenware jug with some sort of clay mugs if you want to get yourself a drink, but it doesn't really seem this is the staff room, but it's treated like a staff room. Like there's not much interesting going on here.
Well, I think maybe sensing the vibe of everything that's going on, Yama's gonna put out like 5 cups and start brewing some like chamomile tea for everybody to soothe the anxiety in the room.
Yep.
And yeah, he's just gonna make himself busy there.
Cool. So you see a male human who's just like sobbing. A female forest gnome who's sort of buried her face in her hands at the table. A male halfling sort of trying to study script pages, but as he cries, they're just becoming more and more wet, and the ink is running on them, and he's becoming more panicked and teary. A female tiefling who's pacing while talking to a tiefling skull, and kind of holding it up and like pacing while walking back and forth. And a human pacing angrily while muttering their lines.
Cool.
You walk in, you kind of pour out some drinks and stuff like that, and the human who's sort of like pacing angrily kind of stops and looks at you and says, "Are you one of the new actors?"
Yes, it seems so. I'm being thrust on the stage without any lines, without any motivation for my character, and I'm brewing this tea for my sanity. Please feel free to partake. It is quite soothing of the nerves.
They walk up to you and they say, "You should leave now before Creeping Lynn snares you in her trap. Even if she hates you, it's possible to win her favor by telling a gruesome or just depressing story on stage. That's what we're all trying to do, but as gruesome or as creepy as we get, it's just not enough. It's never enough."
How long have you been here?
Too long. Too many plays. Sorry, my name is Clee Westerly.
Lee, it is good to meet you. My name is Yama, the Immovable Mountain. And we have actually come here to hopefully deal with the hag. perhaps you will then be able to go free without appeasing her. What say you?
I would love to go back home. And there's the tiefling kind of looks up. She says, "Yeah, this place sucks. I want to get back to Sigil."
Well, I've come here with a few friends. And he gestures to Sorn standing in the doorway creepily. Yeah, perhaps we have a chance. Do you know if any of you guys will also be in the same play as us? How many people generally go on stage?
Usually it's sort of 4 or 5. So I think maybe they've brought you in to try you out to replace us. Oh God, that means she might be getting ready to kill us.
Oh, don't worry. Perhaps I'm planning on maybe writing a new story with Hurley back there. Perhaps we could make it a very large cast.
The tiefling says, "Oh, my name's Elegy. So where are you and your compatriots from?"
We're from all over, but we're not from the Fey realm. We've entered via the Witchlight Carnival.
Ah, yes. I think that story checks out for most of us. What is your world called?
My world is called. It's not Galarian, that's Pathfinder. Faerun?
Oh, yes. Okay, Faerun. I'm from Sigil. Cleese from Tal'Dorei. Elamic over there is from Toril. We don't know where Diamanda's from. And Puff, the halfling, just calls it the known world, which is really unhelpful.
I'm from under the mountain. Sorn does not know what Faerun is at all. He's like, I'm from underground.
Yeah. Wouldn't like underground race know the name of the planet they're on?
I don't think so. Like, I'm just the Underdark.
Concept.
So
yeah.
And Sorn's mind is from under the mountain, and they're like, which mountain? He's like,
all
I just know it's a
them.
mountain.
Yeah, cool. So in here, there's the box full of junk. In there's sort of powder brush, a powder brush with a painted handle sculpted to resemble a bunch of roses. You see a gold hand mirror. You pick it up and look at it. Any of those kind of, especially for you, Yama, sort of an older hobgoblin, you've got some of those wrinkles and lines, scars and stuff like that. As you look at it, they kind of fade away in your reflection. When you look at a normal mirror, they're still there. It's just looking in the hand mirror kind of shows you a sort of a younger
it's a
version
filter.
of yourself. Yeah.
Maybe Yama passes the mirror to Sorn, but he picks up, what were the roses, sorry?
It's a powder brush, so like
okay.
and the handle is sculpted to resemble a bunch of roses.
Okay, that doesn't quite work. That's all right.
And Sorn's like, what's up with this mirror? Why are you giving me the mirror?
Well, I look quite young in it, but I don't feel any younger when I look at it.
Yeah, I don't need it. And Sorn puts it back down. He's like, I look great all the time.
Naturally.
I'm an elf.
I just thought you liked magical items. You seem to collect them all, and this is one.
That's a good point. I put just like magic.
So yeah, there's a couple of other things in here. Just odds and ends. Seems to have items that have just belonged to somebody. It's almost like a lost and found.
Okay. Yama turns to Sorn. Where's the captain? He didn't go on stage without us, did he?
I have no idea, but I did hear
through shit.
Did I hear that we need to leave before we get stuck here? And
I believe from talking with these fine actors that they may have been here for some time. I've been told that the scarier and more gruesome the story, the more chance we have of pleasing the hag. But seeing as all these fine folks are still here, that seems an unwinnable path.
feel like we have a pretty gruesome story with how the captain exploded their sister's head.
Do you think that story would make her happy though?
If she wants gruesome, it's got good shock horror. How about we just say we're going to explode her head, and then we do that?
Yeah.
That could be gruesome.
Well, yeah.
And Sorn's just like still flurrying around with this rapier that he's picked up, like, trying to get the hang of it.
One of the Klee, the human, says, "You wouldn't be the first to have tried to kill the bitter end. She always comes back. She says that she's seen her death. Apparently she has ways of some sort of orrery that lets her see the future. And so she knows how she will die."
Also, what's that thing about the moon something or other not being allowed in? Have you heard that before? Because I heard that walking in here, and like my
they
hair's
said that
like the
a few
moon.
times, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, there was story of these. I think Hurley maybe knows more about it. There were these two twin acrobats. One was the sun and one was the moon, and they the bitter end was like, well, the moon can't come in. Never want the moon here.
Well then. Well, I'm the moon now. I'm just gonna claim that title. I'm gonna walk in. She's gonna be very confused. I'm very acrobatic though, and I gave up my ability to dance. Not that I could really dance. Anyway, I'm rambling. Maybe I think, and I like Yama aside really quickly. I really think we just figure out how to kill her, and I turn back around. I'm like, "Is this her?" And I like open the hole and like lift out the portraits like one by one.
Yeah. When you get to the one that is,
the skeletal with the skirt.
Yeah, and like the marionette. They're like, "Oh yeah, that's her."
Yeah, right, yeah, we're here to kill her.
Well-
have you seen this one? And I pull out Bavlorna.
Yeah, she, yeah, I think I saw her head up. She was ushered upstairs.
Oh no.
Okay, well, I have an idea, and I'm gonna like go find. I'll just be like, I'll be back. Stay with these fine actors. They seem amazing. I'll be back. Yeah, Sorn's like embellishing everything. And I'm gonna make my way back over to Pauly. I like to imagine
you come back into the room, and like I am like literally like bum up in the air, just like throwing things out of a crate, looking for more shit to steal. Yeah.
Bauble hits me in the head. I'm like,
yeah.
I'm like, okay, Pauly. Here's Pauly, stop for a second.
One
please.
bauble just hits him again. Like, you know.
Just hold on one second. I need to tell you my plan before I just go and do it, and then potentially it. Well,
wait, Pauly at the hearing of Sorn actually telling a plan, just stops immediately. He goes, "You're showing some real growth here, Sorn. I'm proud of you."
All right. Anyway, see ya. I'm like, well, there's a bunch of actors down there. They seem like they've been trapped here for ages. We have to tell a really gruesome story. My first plan was tell the story about how you blew up her sister's head. That's real gruesome. But they have confirmed Bavlorna is here. And we know how Bavy is about me. She's hot on old Sony boy over here. And Yama as well. It's kind of weird.
Could be a sexy threesome.
But like, I feel like I should just walk out there and be like, "Oh, Bavy," and get her to come out.
I don't know if that's the best idea.
I do have the thing that she wants. She wanted that picture of her sister that we killed. So,
True.
like, I could just like carry that out
It's
in
not
front.
like they can take another one of them.
Exactly. This went up in value immensely about a few hours ago. Like,
I just think we should give the Lusty Aarakocra a shot. I like the idea you got going on here, but I think we should give the Lusty Aarakocra a shot. It's raunchy.
I have read the tale of that, and it terrifies me.
Yeah, look, mate.
Was it
The play was better than the manga. All right, that's a first. Okay, but you know,
Is this just like Pauly's diary or something?
oh, I wish.
No, it's an actual book that
I barely get
now
something.
And just to reiterate, because you may have missed it, yeah, gruesome but also tragic is the kind
Gruesome
of
and
play.
tragic. Okay, I thought it was spooky.
Yeah, more sort of, yeah. She likes, you know, unhappy endings. You know, Romeo
Yeah.
and Juliet. Everyone.
Okay,
dies,
we
kind
could
of thing.
we could turn the sex part into more fighting, and then the other sex part into like death, and then that other sex part we could make that like me dying.
I mean, I do kind of want to kill you, but like, I don't want to kill you for real and not here, because like, I don't know. I
It's
feel
just
like we
I mean,
really have to sell it.
we have to change like 95% of the play that I saw, but I mean, look, I'm all for it.
Are you sure it was a play and not
No,
like a
I
single person
genuinely
marionette?
think- I think it was actually just
matinee.
people having an orgy on the stage. But
Yeah,
look,
yeah,
it was
okay.
very interesting.
Yeah, it was one of those.
The
one
set
of those
design,
like,
the set
one
design was
gold
immaculate.
piece matinee sort of showing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Fair enough. Okay. How about this? We try your way. We'll give it a go. But I'm gonna keep an eye on her.
I just don't think it's a good idea to do a play about her sister's death.
Oh no, we're not even gonna.
I agree.
I figured we were just gonna do it fuck the play idea and just do a stand-up comedy routine where we reenact her sister dying.
Yeah, look, I mean, the other part sounds good, right? You know, if we're gonna deal with Babby here as well, I think you're right on that one. But I yeah, let's just change the play to something murdery. So, you know, we'll have me being the good guy, and then, you know, you and I have our fight over the woman, and Yama being that woman gets stabbed, and then you stab through the woman to get to me, and then you kill yourself afterwards. We all die.
One of us has to live. I need to. Oh, you're kidding. We don't die. Okay. Sorn doesn't know what acting is. Sounds like why would I try to kill myself? That's not fun.
Well, let's do that. We'll have that as the play. So we'll have it like being all cutesy wootsy at the start, so that way you really get invested in the characters, and then eventually you just win and stab through both of us, and then you kill yourself too because you were in love with her as well.
All right, and then when I kill myself, I just go invisible, and then I appear behind what's her face and stab her in the back of the head.
Yes.
Yes,
Maybe.
Sounds great. Okay, I'm into this. Although my teleporting's quite loud, so I don't know how I get the prize.
We could say that you were struck down by God.
I am God. Well, no, I'm not. I have some of his blood, though. I didn't steal it. It's okay.
It was given to you.
Yeah, I was born with it. Okay, maybe it's Maybelline.
Can Yama just be like quizzing these actors basically on all of the like killing attempts they've seen on her life?
Yeah. So, there's been they tell you about a story about some other sort of heroes, effectively, who kind of came here, but because Creeping Lynn, the hag, had seen this in her future, she had orchestrated for them to get thrown off Motherhorn out into the abyss. So she can glimpse many possible futures. Time and again, she's foreseen her own demise and taken measures to delay it for as long as possible.
Wow, so she doesn't even like let them get close. She just like expels them.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa. Okay.
Sometimes her shadows take care of it. I don't think the actors made an attempt on her life, but occasionally actors stop turning up. But usually when she's very displeased with them. Yeah. She's taken people away. I think one of the twins got taken upstairs and locked up. The son twin.
Mhm.
And yeah, so most people I think have perhaps stopped. I don't know. In our time here, there's only been a couple of attempts, but she's always been ready for them in some way.
Okay. Okay, cool. So no one's even freaking hit her in the head or anything.
No, I don't know how she does it. It's some kind of like magic room powered by lightning or something that she goes to and sees the future.
Oh. Okay, so she can't do it always. Okay. Well, thank you very much for your information, Klee. It's been great chatting with you all. And Yama's just gonna go find the boys. And wait. Sorn, Pauly, I've learned that the way she sees the future is like it's not immediate and instant. So maybe if we just keep changing our minds, perhaps we do start with a love story and then it changes into something else. Maybe if we
Yeah,
should
that's
we
what
be
we
able
were
to keep
thinking.
up?
That's what we were thinking.
Okay,
Yeah, we'll keep it
so
as a
I-
love story, and then
Mm.
we'll do that. And look, I don't really think much anyway. I just
Yeah.
do things, so maybe
Well,
I
I've
can do the
seen that.
murdering, or maybe not. I don't know.
So I don't want to kill her, and I wink.
Well,
I-
don't know if you want to do it, right? Like, be
I
really
don't know.
Or
I'm just
how
saying,
you
I'm,
wanna do it.
I'm pretty sure like being around you has really rubbed off on my capacity.
Okay,
So
yeah,
like,
that's it.
It's
So
gone.
Yeah, just be instinctive about your murdering, like, you know.
Yeah. Okay. Don't. No. We won't go with my instincts. My instincts are just to kill.
Well,
Straight
maybe
away.
we kill her tomorrow after the play.
What happens if we get?
Or
Duck.
maybe we don't.
Exactly.
See, Pauly understands now. I think I'm getting it.
I never
Okay.
got it. I never understood anything. But I mean, I'm here for it.
Sorn starts walking towards the curtain, just like slowly. He's just like, "All right, we're doing this."
All right, you
And
and
this
I,
is
you and I are
literally
gonna get murdered.
you
by
for
the way, Yama.
literally anyone to
What
stop
do
Sorn
you-
before he's stupid.
Lot
We're gonna.
sort of sees this plan coming together and goes, I mean, you're a lightning boy, Sorn.
Yeah. Right. I stop and turn around. Yeah, I am actually.
If you used the machine, would you then see the way that you killed her or died at her hands?
Ooh.
I mean, I could probably do something to the machine.
Well, maybe we just need to sneak out
Yeah,
of
how do
here
we
and
get
go
to this?
find the machine.
Yeah, let's do that. That sounds like a much better idea. Thank you,
Well, yeah.
Lot, with your infinite wisdom.
Well, maybe we can go back and ask the actors. They said Bavlorna went upstairs, so maybe we need to go elsewhere. Or
How long do we have though? Do we need to
Probably
do
have
this
like
play?
let's say 5 minutes left. This is probably taking 5 minutes to get I mean, you got your makeup done. And
Look.
I
Okay.
did
the
get my
costumes and
makeup
stuff.
done.
Sorn's gonna
Don't
like
I look
run.
beautiful?
Sorn's gonna sprint down the hallway
I'll go this way.
and like run to the actors and be like, "Quick, which way? Which way to the machine? Can you see it from the stage? Like, where is it? I mean, as quickly as possible."
It's upstairs. We don't.
Where
We're not,
upstairs?
we're not really allowed to go upstairs, so I don't know how you really get.
This
up
is a
there.
terrible idea. Why am I running off by myself?
Where
I
are the stairs?
don't know.
Which way are the
Yama's
stairs?
like,
Way back where I came from?
There's a couple of ways to get up there. Sure. There's in the stands, like in the audience stands, and I'm sure there's like other stairs to get up there as well.
Anyway, all right, thanks, bye. And just like run back. It's
All right,
like,
stop.
you guys-
Stop.
So I got nothing.
Stop. Let's do it this way. Let's murder
well, we
me off.
can't make any decisions.
Let's murder me off quickly, so that way I can run off and go try look for this while you have her attention.
Oh,
I mean, I could just
yes.
teleport if I can see it.
But can you kill
Yeah,
him
You
and
need to be.
make him
I know.
invisible?
I know what we can do.
Yeah, kill
I know how we do
me. Kill me and make me invisible.
Nah, when I kill you, I'll do it in a way that when my sword touches you, I grab your shirt and then teleport us, and then we die in a big explosion, and we're gone. But then we're on the stairs, and we go up there, and we go destroy the machine, or figure out how the machine works, or figure something out. I don't know, but we'll figure it out when we get to the machine.
I like that idea.
Wait, you do or you don't?
I like it. But
Okay,
I'm
cool.
shocked that I like it. that's
So-
where
so
you're
I'm-
getting misunderstanding what I'm saying, because I do
Alright.
like it, but I don't like that I like it.
All right, Lot.
Stand
You
back,
are going to
'cause
have
you
to
will get
act as
shot.
well. You were going to have to act as well then. If him and I are running off, you're going to have to act as well and be the third love interest that eventually that you guys kill each other because of the grief of losing us.
Yes. Okay. Well, I mean, so are you the lusty Aarakocra, or is Yama now the lusty? Who's the lusty Aarakocra?
I'm the lusty Aarakocra.
Right. Of course. Yes. So it's the love triangle between you
That becomes a love square.
and the love square between you, the dastardly evil pirate,
Yarg.
yeah,
Yarg.
and the dainty, femme fatale,
Yeah, Yama.
Yeah, Yama like flicks his hair.
Um,
Dainty.
I mean,
Yeah, like then you clink in your armor.
Yeah.
she's like, oh, well, yeah. I mean, after you two fight and kill each other, in an explosion, perhaps there's some sort of, Yama then has to, oh, woe is me, give some kind of speech about love couldn't, true love is painful or something, and then takes his own life on stage in a terribly gruesome manner. I'm sure I can help with that part, perhaps, like
Perfect.
some sort of crazy poison or, and then you die, and it's like, oh no, everyone died.
Yeah, perfect.
Sounds great.
She's like, so I'll play all the NPCs in the play.
Perfect.
Awesome. All right, let's go, guys. And Sorn walks over to the curtain.
All right.
It's just like normal D&D.
Um,
plays all the NPCs.
That's right. I guess you've got Elkhorn with you as well.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
we do have
boy.
one.
So he'll do the sound effects and the
Perfect.
backgrounds.
I
He's
feel
the one
like any
holding the sheet of
flags-
metal
Yeah.
doing the thunder.
And the flying
Lightning.
scenes where we're rigged up, he's
Yeah.
like, because he's strong enough, he can lift us.
Yeah, even though Pauly has wings, you've got a harness to lift you up to theater fly.
Yeah. Sorn's gonna do some kung fu flying around
Brilliant.
the arena. It's gonna be great.
Yama is going to,
I mean,
as
look,
we
we
go,
should keep in at least 3 of the 12 sex scenes of this play. I'm just saying. They were probably the best ones.
How about we do one of them and see how that goes?
is it going to be between you two? Because
Oh no, there's one point where
No, to be
everyone,
auto-run.
everyone
Just
piled in.
Pauly on his own in the corner. That's the one I
Well,
think.
I mean, there's that one scene where the seductress and the lusty Aarakocra want to meet each other, but it's at a masquerade party, so that they don't know who's who, and then they all stumble in the dark into a bedroom, and just who knows what's going on in there.
wait, have you
Absolutely.
read this book too, Lot? Has
She's
everyone
like,
read this book except for me?
oh yeah, it's a hot read at the
It's a
Cleric
bestseller.
Temple.
It's a bestseller in Waterdeep. Yeah.
At the Cleric Temple, you say? Wow, I didn't know you guys were into smut.
Oh,
There was-
mate, we spend a lot of time in onsens, it's just...
Good point. That is a good point. Yeah. Okay.
we fight
Anyway.
undead. What's more opposite than undeath? Life, and just...
And before we walk out, Sorn's going to unbutton his shirt and make it look extra evil
Yeah, good.
with his cool tattoos glowing.
you need a twirly mustache.
He focuses long and hard on a mustache growing, and it just doesn't.
Yama's going to
Can I
cast.
use a last minute to look for fake mustaches in this room?
Sure.
I'm sure there's like a dozen, and you can get all different kinds of shapes that you want. But before we leave, Yama's going to cast protection from evil on Captain Pauly.
What's that do?
It's protection against aberrations, celestials, fae, fiends, undead.
That is very useful.
Yeah, so they have disadvantage on attack rolls against you. You
Hell
can't
yeah.
be charmed, frightened, or possessed.
This is everything we've ever needed.
Hey, I'm going to be like, hold up a second. One last thing. So, did those guys describe the... Oh, no, they
Realize
didn't
Pauly's
describe it very well.
vision's all green. My bad. I think I fixed that now.
Yeah, it was. I just thought that was the lighting of the room.
No. I'm sorry.
Did they describe the magic room really well, in detail?
No, they've never seen it. They just know that it's powered by lightning.
Okay. Can I just let my...
I lost you after let my.
I was gonna, yeah, I was thinking out loud for a second. I wanted to like see if I could sort of sense it because it is lightning energy
Sure. Yeah, give me an Arcana check.
in the area. So give me a general.
Timmy, that
Sorta.
lasts for 10 minutes, so I'll do it as we're walking out the door.
Hell yeah, sounds good.
23. You can definitely sense strong arcane energy being powered by lightning specifically. Like sort of in some kind of room above you. It's definitely like, it's not the kind of magic you're used to, which is pulling power from the weave or anything like that. Like, this uses the power of lightning as an energy source, whereas you expel power as lightning. It's like a little bit different. Like, you're not powered by lightning. You have the power of lightning. You think this is like almost an abomination in terms of, depending on how you feel about this kind of thing, but like someone's trapping lightning to power this thing, right?
Yeah, so would it be similar to like Charm's lightning balloon?
Yes.
That sort of magic? Okay.
Yes. Someone's like captured a storm, someone is repeatedly bottling lightning effectively, or, you know, using lightning rods to... And I don't know how Sorn particularly feels about this, but like a Talos worshipper might be like, well, that's an abomination unto God because, you know, the storm should be allowed to hit where it wants to hit, not be forced into the path of a lightning rod.
I am the blood that Sorn has is Talos blood, so he agrees that kind of messed up that they're sort of trapping it. On a 23, do I get any sort of a sense for how far above me it is?
Not very far. I mean, the roof itself is probably, you know, 20 feet up. So then there's another floor above that. You think it's up there somewhere, and a little to the north.
The north.
The north.
Alrighty. Well, I'm gonna keep my keen mind a mental note of that, of where it was.
Mm-hmm.
From where I am standing, so that when we get outside, if I see a set of stairs near that, that's what I'm going to aim for when I take Pauly up there.
Yep.
Did we take a long rest before we came here?
Nope.
No.
Awesome. I was just looking at all my spell slots, and I was like,
I think we were at this, like, pretty much the start of the day, though.
That was the issue, yeah.
You've had a short rest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I have full HP.
Yeah. I'm only down...
missing a lot of my spells.
I'm only down 2 spell slots.
So I'll say you twitch this curtain open to kind of see where you need to go. You realize that's not the stage as the goblin comes back in from the area he took you through. And he's like, come on, curtain's up in 2 minutes, let's go. Sorn and Pauly, if you step through, you've stepped through, you see a magnificent hall lined with stone bookshelves housing a library of leather-bound tomes. And you see 3 elderly bespectacled goblins climb ladders, fetching books from 3 slender cloaked figures who are reading while seated in overstuffed armchairs.
Is there just books in this room?
Yes. I mean, there's a couple of people, but...
Pauly turns around. Comes back in.
Yeah, he's like... The little goblin's like shaking his little...
interest.
Goblin on a stick, and he's like, come on. The show must go on.
Yeah, no interest in books whatsoever. Just turns around immediately when he realizes there's nothing actually of importance in there.
Sorn will mentally quickly say, like, I feel like I could just sneak off, like, to Pauly, and hope that Pauly, for once, replies mentally.
Pauly keeps walking.
He tries with Yama before Yama gets out of range.
We didn't heal Lot, and I'm not sure how to heal Lot.
Oh, okay. She would have had a short rest as well. She would have been healed up.
Cool. I'll put her back up. Sweet.
Gotcha.
Yeah, Yama is hurrying towards the stage.
Okay.
I feel like I can get to the stairs from here.
Did you try to quietly sneak off Sorn?
No, I just haven't turned around and walked back in. But
Okay.
like,
Then yeah, the goblin is definitely like, what is your friend doing? Like
What friend?
the one you came in with, the other actor.
This one here, and he points at Lot.
Sorn steps out of the doorway.
Give me a deception check.
I think I'm actually pretty good at deception. Let me check my character sheet, which tells me I'm not good at deception.
Good luck.
Oh, I rolled pretty well, 19.
You'll be interested to know that the goblin rolled a natty 1. So he'll be like, oh, yeah, this friend. This is... I'm sorry, I thought you were a dark elf. And, like, he hustles away.
Wow, that's rude.
Hustles away. He's like, come on. We've got a full house tonight.
Amazing.
Sorn is just going to drink a potion of invisibility.
Okay.
That's so good. What the hell?
Thank God I kept one of these twirly mustaches. I'm going to put it on to Lot.
Yeah.
Lot is now the dust.
All right, because of the story.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, I have gone through the wall.
Yeah, I put you
There you
through
go.
the wall, my bad.
We had a beautiful woman in our party, but Yama's playing the beautiful woman, and Lot is wearing a mustache.
Absolutely.
It would have actually been like 2 typecast if Sorn actually played the bad guy, though. So this is probably a good change.
Yeah, this works out well.
All right. You enter onto the enter as like the last actors kind of trudge off stage. Let me read this out.
Where's the stage?
This whole thing's the stage.
Oh, cool.
It's like an open air stage. So, an open air amphitheater is carved from the slope of a mountaintop. Short cloaked figures sit on tiered stone benches facing the stage. Enclosing the stage are 10-foot high stone walls, above which you can see the stormy sky. A team of masked goblins is preparing the stage. They're sort of or breaking down the stage from the last bit and starting to set up new stuff for you. Lighting is provided by an intricate overhead contraption upon which several more masked goblins are perched, and they're like sort of cranking things to like move lights and silhouette you and stuff. So there's like a little you're kind of led behind the stage in case you need to get ready. Beforehand, as like the lights go down and things like that, you're able to kind of be ushered over there.
Sure.
Let me pull up.
This is awesome.
And so, from an external view, and to give you an idea of the space, this is what it looks like.
That's
Oh my
awesome.
God.
So you're in that big open air amphitheater. There's a storm. It's raining outside, but there's this sort of like dome that's kind of protecting
Magical.
this area. Outside behind the stage is sort of like almost like a dock area with these cranes that seem to be able to like lift stuff up from a lower level.
Oh, is that for that
cool.
hot air storm balloon?
Potentially.
That's so cool.
You can also see as you sort of peek from behind the curtain wall, in there's sort of these 2 turrets that overlook, which you can see in that photo, and you can see a little light on in one of them.
Ooh, okay.
And the goblin kind of sees you looking out there. He's like, "Oh, that's where the mistress will look down on you. So make sure your play is good. You never know if she's watching."
Can she hear us from there?
Oh
I
yes.
just need to do my vocal warm-ups.
Oh, she sees and hears everything on the stage.
Cool, let's do this.
I believe in us. We got this.
Oh my god.
I was going to run this as a skills challenge, but I guess there's only 2 of you, but we're still going to do it.
Hell yeah.
So, Timmy, you have most of this story in your mind already, it seems like.
Well, no, I don't now. It was going to be mainly sex scenes.
Yama's holding a whip still, like he's got his garter belt out and he's still holding a
indeed.
whip.
This is why you're the love interest, Yama. Big Daddy Yama.
So you look out the audience, there's sort of like over 25, 30, maybe 40 people out there. It's just sort of dark figures wearing cloaks and hoods. And the stage itself is hewn from sort of just solid rock, patches of moss or lichen growing there. And then you kind of get a little bit of a peek out over the edge into the abyss. It's about a 10,000 foot drop down to the bottom of the mountain. There's wooden cranes here that extend from the rear of the stage, used to hoist large props and backdrops up from somewhere. And there's a couple of goblins out there who are on smoko, hanging out the back. The lighting rig built over the stage is an intricate wooden device operated by goblins in theater masks. I've said that. And yeah. Stage left, a wooden platform is embedded in a stone floor at the end of the corridor. I don't know what's stage left. Oh, this thing up here, I think. And there's sort of like a raised stage part, so you can do those scenes where like someone's in the castle and you have to look up at them and come down, etc. Cool. So as you get the play started, we'll start the play and then we'll cut over to what Sorn's doing. So give us a bit of a gist, Pauly, of how the play starts.
So it starts with let's go. Let's start with like an epic fight scene, like a bar brawl, with the lusty Aarakocra coming out on top, and the love interest is bar wench, but bar wench in disguise. They're actually there to assassinate another captain.
So Lot, with a wooden club comes at you, and you deftly, stab her under the armpit. Turn to see like the dwarf running at you with his shield to hit you, but like while he's doing that, Lot kind of crawls back behind the stage and then like turns her like vest inside out, and then like runs back out again. So like it looks like you're fighting heaps and heaps of heaps of enemies.
I'm going out there for this. I actually want to be out here. It makes you feel even better.
Yeah. What skill would you most associate with this display?
I would have to say it would be literally either acrobatics or sleight of hand. It depends on how. I know this would be acrobatics because I'm like, haha. I'm really hamming up the I'm doing flips,
chandelier swing.
Yeah, chandelier swinging, Yep,
cool. All right, give it to me.
Natural fucking 20. That, by the way, is a 33.
That's insane.
So that is in like holy shit levels.
That is brilliant. There was sort of a susurration, a murmuring of like, that last play was pretty bad. The crowd's not warmed up. It goes dead silent now, though. Everyone's attention is wrapped on here. I mean, I don't see the roll. I believe you, though.
Yeah, it should have come. I don't know why it hasn't come through, but yeah.
Yama, what is the sexy seductress doing in this scene?
The sexy seductress is maybe like letting them fight over her. So she's standing by the bar and maybe like fanning herself while her leg with the garter is like, I don't know, resting on a stool or something.
You're letting the knee come through, but it's like solid gold plate greave with a garter around the leg.
One frilly lace garter.
Yeah, absolutely. So what skill are you going to associate with this?
I'm going to give myself my paladin +5 charisma bonus, and I'm going to use persuasion to like get all the attention of all the like men in the bar, basically. So that is a 21.
21. Oh, very good.
Hell yeah.
Cool. All right, let's cut over to where Sorn is, and pick up there as the play continues. So, Sorn, you, as described, sort of stone bookshelves, leather-bound tomes, 3 elderly bespeckled goblins climbing ladders, fetching books, and these sort of 3 slender cloaked figures reading while seated on the overstuffed armchairs, and they've got sort of a small pile of books in front of them. Where are you going? What are you doing? What are you on the lookout for?
So I've come in, popped my potion of invisibility, drank, put my hood on, and I'm just going to move about the room quietly.
Okay.
Looking and like by doing stuff, trying to look through keyholes. Basically, I'm looking for a set of stairs.
Sure. Well, if you want to make your way around the room, give me a stealth check with advantage because you are obviously invisible, and you can sort of walk out in the open without problems.
21.
Whoa.
Perfect. So I'll put the figures you see. I'll just put them like here. And yeah, there's a couple of goblins just kind of walking around. Now, are you checking out? Are you looking at these books at all, or are you purely scoping the rest of the joint?
I'll scan them as I walk past.
All right.
But I'm not specifically looking at.
Yeah, give me a perception check.
Perception. 22.
Crushing it.
Yeah, I'm doing good.
You see all the books kind of look very similar. Like they're all the same kind of book. Except for one. You notice one kind of stands out a little bit. It's a hefty green tome, a green-covered tome of a withered frog stitched into its spine. And you can see sort of actually, I don't think you can see the title of it on its spine at all. You see this weird frog that's been like a real frog that's been stitched into the spine of the thing. The rest of the books, like black, they're just black books, sort of black leather, hundreds of them. Each of them sort of 8 inches tall, 3 inches wide, spineless. It's black wooden covers and yellow pages held together with copper wire. And the image of an hourglass is burned into the front cover of each book. And carved into the wood above it is a smaller symbol that resembles a chicken's foot.
I'm going to make a note of the frog book. Sorn is not going to take the bait on the book with... Is the frog alive? Is it just like sort of stuck to it and stitched on, but it's still sort of alive? Like it could make noise if I touch it?
With a 22, you think it's definitely... You don't think it's alive, but it actually, yeah, based on like your interactions in this realm, you definitely think that there's sort of an element of this book could... Like, it still seems moist, like the frog.
Yeah.
It's not opening its eyes or anything like that. It's not moving, it's not breathing. But there's definitely like
moist.
A realness about it. Yeah.
It's an alarm. I'm not going to touch it. I'm going to make a mental note of it. Possibly come back for it later.
You should let Karu's oil can lick it.
That'd be... and yeah, continue to make my way around. Looking through like keyholes and around corners and stuff to see if I can find a set of stairs leading up to where I around where I felt that lightning.
Absolutely. So you come across a corridor. There was a curtain on the opposite side of the room. You see sort of an entrance out to where the stage is over on the east side here, and a corridor up here that leads to some other doored off room. But in that corridor is a staircase that heads up and down.
I'm gonna go up.
At least I think it's up and down. Probably.
Quiet. Yeah. And like hug the wall as I go up in case anyone comes down.
Sure. Let me move you up there because the triggers I set up didn't work.
Always.
Where are we gonna put you? I'm just gonna can I cut you? Can I cut you out?
All right. Out into this corridor slowly.
Yeah,
Both ways before I do that.
I'm gonna find where you are on the map. Yep. So you head out, and the room. You sort of look out. It's very obvious where there's a huge amount of light coming to you from the east. Find my notes here. This cylindrical chamber houses a whirring contraption bolted to a revolving metal disc that serves as its base. Metal spheres and sickles are attached to the ends of long metal arms that sweep back and forth, clicking loudly and rhythmically like the hands of a giant metronome. The apparatus is inlaid with characters from strange alphabets, and smoky wisps in the shapes of these letters rise from the contraption as it revolves. The whole device hums and crackles with lightning. Rising from the middle of the mechanism... I'll show you that. Rising from the middle of the mechanism is an 80-foot tall copper pole made of 8 10-foot-long lightning rods attached end to end. It extends upward past a ring-shaped gallery that forms the chamber's upper level, through a hole in the 50-foot-high domed ceiling. 3 goblins wearing overalls and tinted goggles use brooms to sweep the floor, seemingly untroubled by the noise.
Well, how big is this?
It's too big to fit in your portable hole.
Yeah, no, I was going to try and fill it with darkness, but darkness is not big enough.
That's so cool.
I'm going to... Am I able to, like, walk into the center of the room? Like, under any of the swirly parts? Does it look like I could get to the center?
Yeah, based on the picture, right? It's an orrery, so like it's got, different planets and stars and stuff that like spin around. But there's definitely like a base platform thing. I'll show it again.
That's so awesome. It's so sick.
I want to walk, being who I am.
Mm-hmm.
I want to walk into the center of the room. And I, like, still invisible.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to wait until the very last second to do anything. I want to try and put my storm magic into it to manipulate it in a way that it would be, or it would show me something, or I break it.
Okay, so you're stepping into sort of the set, like the metal ring that it kind of sits in, and they're trying to get closer to the center of the machine. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
I want to get closer to the lightning.
Okay. You start to walk in. Okay. So yeah, you step in. Obviously, lightning crackling all around you. Give me so these pieces are sort of spinning. Showing the planets in the sky, their configuration compared to each other. Give me a dexterity saving throw, because you're gonna have to like duck under and like move, to be able to step past some of these twirling bits.
All right. Let's see how graceful I am. 14 isn't that bad. Worse.
You take 46 lightning damage.
46.
Ow.
Wow.
Ouch, you don't have any resistances?
No, I just use lightning.
Oh, I thought you were resistant to lightning.
No, I have lightning blood, but I
Sure.
don't have any, like, we never spoke about me having a resistance to it, even though it's like, my god.
Too late for that.
Yeah.
So you try and like duck under one of these things, and like one of the ones with like a planet on it swings by, baps you, and you are struck with lightning and sent across the room.
Okay.
Shit.
Well,
break your invisibility?
yes, because I've taken. Oh no, it doesn't.
I think you have to take an action for it to break your invisibility. Like, as in,
Okay.
like, you attack something or cast a spell.
Okay, well, that didn't work. And that hurt a lot.
Rough.
Well,
You can't take another hit like that, right?
no. If that was, that was. Poof. All right. Sorn's gonna take another hit at this and just stay on the edge of the room and make his way around and see if there's any sort of like, probably begin with. Actually, I know. I'm gonna look up, and does it look like there's like a platform above, looking down at it?
Yes, yeah. There's sort of like a ring around the edge, almost like a balcony all around, so you can like look down. Because this room is obviously massive, right?
Yeah.
And the lightning rods themselves are like 80 feet tall that go up and out of the building. But there is a level above this for sure. That's almost like a balcony. From this angle, of course, you can't really make out what else is around there. Perhaps I think on the far side of the room, you can see that maybe there's a corridor past there, but on this angle, it's like very hard to see much more.
I'm basically looking for anything that would like sort of be jutting out a little bit, like some way that she would be able to use this contraption. Is there like a control platform or something? Anything that just looks a little bit different to like that circular balcony above, that like comes out a bit.
Not specifically, and yeah, nothing that really stands out as a balcony. Now, I will say you would have noticed this, and perhaps I didn't describe it very well. In fact, I know I didn't. That staircase you came up does go up again.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm gonna go up again. Like instead of getting whacked again and dying to a inanimate object, I'm going to go upstairs.
Okay.
No.
I mean, I could still die. Don't worry.
There's still time.
I don't know what's upstairs, and it scares me already. So
yeah, so this is like the battery at the bottom, right? Up the
Yeah.
top is the torture device.
I really wish I had resistance.
That's so funny.
Maybe
all
maybe
thought
that
you
comes
had
at how many levels of sorcerer do you have?
6.
Yeah, maybe it comes at level 7. I don't know.
I have fire resistance. Yeah, I'll make my way around this. I want to look through this keyhole here. See.
Yep. All right, give me a
Through
perception
here.
check.
Perceptione.
Perceptione.
Where are you up here? What is this?
Well,
one?
that's a 13.
M19. 13. Okay. So this is a viewing gallery of sorts. There's sort of a stone railing that encloses the ring-shaped balcony, and the balustrade of that thing are kind of shaped like hourglasses. And while you're up here, you look down, you can kind of see as if you're seeing the galaxy from above. The different shapes that it's making, crackling with lightning and so on. You can definitely feel sort of something almost hypnotic about it, looking down on it from up here. But as it stands now, I don't think you have especially in this short amount of time, I don't think you have the knowledge to decipher any of what this machine really can do.
I just want to figure out. I'm going to look around up here and like through the keyhole and take a little bit of time and look around, see if there's anyone around.
Do you have a key?
I do have a key. Is this door open? Or I don't want to open doors because I'm invisible.
Oh.
Is there anyone around? Notice.
You don't see anyone from where you are. I mean, you can see the goblins downstairs, like just sweeping up and stuff like that.
Even if I make my way down to this corridor over here, like look left and right, the end.
There's so you come across 2 doors, one left and one right.
I'm gonna look through the hole.
Yeah, I think the wall's a bit broken there, but
yeah.
You peek through and there is a very scary looking lady sitting at a table, doing something with pieces of paper.
Well, I think I found her, guys.
Yeah.
Is it your turn to knock a dollhouse off the shelf? Oh my god.
So creepy.
So creepy.
Do I see anyone with her in the room?
No.
Okay. I'll look through the other keyhole at the opposite end.
You don't see anything beyond. Like, as in, you see like a similar kind of room, but you don't see any movement or anyone in there. The little view you get, obviously you can see like a little bit of someone in there. You can see that maybe there's like a balcony or like some sort of exit from that area. But yeah, you don't see anyone in there from this angle.
Okay. I'm going to go back to the door where I saw the scary looking hag. And that anchor token. Oh, it has to be a boat or a ship. Damn it.
Yep.
I wanted to anchor that door closed.
Very
Just
good.
trap her in there for a little while.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Well,
well, let's cut back to the play, and I'll give you
Yeah.
some time to think. So we cut back to what's the next act of the play?
So as the bar brawl ends, but Yama, sexy Yama has calmed down the fight. That's when the lusty Aarakocra sees his new love and tries to woo said love.
And said love is playing hard to get and demanding lots of drinks and presents.
Right. The lusty Aarakocra is going to try to do some magic, like some little magic to impress said love interest by having a coin appear and reappear out of his hands.
Oh, all right. So is this going to be a sleight of hand check?
Mm-hmm.
Bit of close-up magic.
Was that the? Oh my! That was religion, but it was another natural 20.
Oh!
How'd you roll religion?
No, I didn't mean to, but I mean, can I use that still? Is that okay? That's a 34.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Or another 20. That's fucked. That's insane. That's 2 20s in a row.
So
34.
close-up doing coin tricks. You do that. You do that one where you just throw like a stack of coins over the back of your shoulder, and they all into your hand, but then your hand's empty. You release the wings, and just coins start falling out of your feathers. True to form, I assume Pauly, and this is just me describing something for you. Take it or leave it. Beats his wings, and a copper coin for each person in the audience flies out to hit them in the head.
I love it. Love it.
Perfect. I love that.
You literally have a
and
pocket
wax.
for that shit.
And wax. How many people in the crew?
40.
Like, in the crowd?
40 copper coins.
40 copper coins are gone.
So smooth.
There's just a from the crowd, and like the tinkling of metal. Yeah,
I love it. That's perfect. That's amazing. I love everything about that.
So we're probably, that's like the end of Act 1. Like the lights go out at that point, as we go into Act 2 of we have a bit of a stage change and so on. What is the next scene?
This has got to be a sex scene, right?
Yeah,
Either
that's it.
on the bar, behind the bar, or upstairs in the hotel rooms.
Correct. Actually, it's all of them.
yeah. It's just like a steamy scene that moves through.
Yeah.
So what they've done is Elkhorn and Lot pull out 3 separate like backdrops.
Perfect.
And so there's room for you to walk from one to the other,
Yes.
so it'll seem like you're moving lots of locations. What does Yama do in this?
Yama's gonna roll in athletics.
Yeah.
You've got to be athletic in a situation.
Yeah.
That's true.
So Yama's in like all kinds of positions, like up against the wall. He's like having sex with a bird. So there's, like maybe they're hanging from the chandelier at some point.
Yeah.
So So yeah, it's all athletics here.
This is where
So
we're using
oh,
those ropes.
it's a natty 19, so it's a 26.
That's
So
beautiful. Oh my
Yama's
god.
very experienced.
So there's as you said, like the chandelier. So you wrap the rope around you at one point, and the
Yeah.
4 goblins lift you up off the ground, but you're holding Pauly.
It looks so magical.
There's the bar scene, but then you just like throw him through that backdrop, and it breaks apart, and behind that is the backdrop for a ship. And then so you're on there, and then you're able to just like drag him to another backdrop. So it looks as if like this has been happening over many days.
It's very dominatrix.
Yeah. Pauly can probably take about 2 damage just for that as well.
Yeah.
I feel like it's only fair that I take some damage and just getting thrown around.
Yeah, brilliant.
I'll do. I accept that.
Yeah, the crowd is you have the crowd wrapped with your attention. As we cut back to Sorn, your invisibility is probably starting to get real close to running out now, bud.
Yeah.
Do you have a plan on what you would like to do?
I've got 2 ideas. One of them is sensible, the other one is stupid.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm gonna flip a coin. So 1 was sensible, 2 is stupid.
Oh, we got a 2.
God damn it. Okay. Going for the deception. I'm going to come back around this corner. And just gonna drop my invisibility.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also going to pump a 2nd level.
My mind is in the gutter, and I thought you said hump.
Well, I'm gonna hump a.
I mean, he said pump. That's still not that much better.
I'm gonna pump a 2nd level cure wounds into myself.
Mm-hmm.
So that is pretty good. 16 points of healing. I'll take that.
And that definitely breaks.
Then,
that breaks the invisibility. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna pose myself quickly. Get rid of the eye patch. Put the rapier. Like everything's away. I look normal. Dishevel myself a little bit. Come running to the door. Start banging on the door. And be like, Mistress, Mistress! Do I hear anything?
Yeah, you hear like the scrape of a wooden the chair legs, and then you hear sort of the skittering of spidery legs.
Mm-hmm.
And you are greeted with this face, looking down at you, sort of towering above you. This figure, face shrouded, looking down at you. You get a little bit of a better look at the room. You can see there's a couple of bottles filled with crackling lightning lining some wooden bookcases in the walls of this chamber. An open archway leads to a stone balcony that overlooks the amphitheater 40 feet below. On the opposite side of the room, you can see the large wooden desk that she was seated at, atop which are a stack of parchments, fluttering under a stone paperweight shaped like a toad. Scattered on the desk are ink pots, ink-stained quills, and you can just make out dangling from a rafter near the desk is a rusty cage that holds 3 folded paper birds flitting about like moths. And she kind of looks down at you and says nothing, just like you can tell though that she's like glaring at you from beneath that visage. Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna say, I've been sent. I'm Sorn. I'm the Shadow King. I'm an associate of Bavlorna. I was tasked with collecting something for her, and I went to collect it, and I have some news.
Oh, my sister sent you to gather something for her. Well, that's fine. You can give it to me. I will see that she gets it.
I would very much like to give it to her myself, or be there when it is given to her. I'm sorry. That's just, I'm a man of my word, you know. You gotta, I was tasked to do it. I gotta do it. I gotta see it through.
She kind of looms over you and says, "You have entered my house without a gift for me.
Oh no, I have
What
a
is
gift for
it?
you as well.
What is it you bring?"
I have a gift for you as well. And I will like, just give me one moment. I take a couple of steps back.
Yeah. she takes one step forward.
I take another step back. I'm like, we need some space. Just trust me. And I like open the hole, and I'll bring out a portrait of her, present it to her, and be like, "This is for you." And the hole closes again.
Yeah. She reaches out and says, "How did you get this, little elfling?"
That's the thing. I was sent to collect it. I was sent to collect another picture, and that one was by it. So I was like, well, maybe if I meet your grace, mistress, if I ever met you, I could give it to you. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know why Bavlona wanted the other one, but maybe it means something to you guys, so I thought maybe I'll give it to you.
Oh, a gift? Someone who has learnt their way through the rules of our new realm. Very well. I accept this gift, and of course you must have something in return. Tell me, what is it that you desire, my dark elfling?
Well, yeah, okay.
Perhaps to be a star, to have everyone say your name, cheer it, applaud your very presence. I can make you famous.
No, I don't really like that. I don't like the idea of that. I like people not knowing who I am. I'm already the Shadow King. There's heaps of bullywogs that love me. But they're fine. I wouldn't want to do that to them. How about some information?
I'm sure I can provide that. Are you looking to would you like me to look into your future and tell me what I see? Tell me what I see.
I like living by the seat of my pants, and I have a similar power to that thing downstairs. Really cool, by the way. That thing's awesome. How did you trap the lightning?
So this is the information you seek as your gift?
Oh no, I was just making conversation. I'm sorry.
It is a secret.
Yes, that's fine. That is fine. If I were to give you another gift, would I get another question?
You have to claim your first gift first.
Okay. All right. Well, How large of a gift can I request? Like how? I believe that this portrait that I have presented to you is very meaningful.
It is nice.
It is nice, yes.
But I can see my own face every day, and we have these things called mirrors.
Yes. I was given one of those recently. A mirror? And I pull out. I was like, I would like for you to have this mirror. I feel like it's very. It's
gift
cool.
upon gift upon gift.
This one is not a gift.
This
is
something
just
great. Something heavy weighs upon you.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. The news that I have for you is the true gift. But I give you this
three gifts, is it?
I give you these to appease because I wasn't invited.
Ah. You a member of the Gloaming Court?
No, I'm the Shadow King.
I see. I regret that I have not heard of you. But, Your Grace, perhaps I could, as my repayment, you can take pride of place with me on the balcony. A fine play seems to be underway. The crowd is going wild. It's all happiness and cheer so far, but they're the best when they come to a tragic end.
Okay, that
please
sounds
join
quite nice.
me. And she kind of motions for you to join her on in her viewing room.
Yep, I'm going to do that.
You're fucked if you don't.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah.
So you join her on the viewing platform, and you look down and can see like the crazy antics of Pauly and Yama down on the stage, with you, looking down on them.
All right. I will be like, do you mind if I get into it? Do you mind if I applaud and cheer?
Oh, please do. As long as the more happiness that builds now, of course, the more scrumptious the tragic ending will be.
Okay. Well, excuse me, but a moment. I'll stand up against the banister and just start like cheering, just like yeah, and like whistling, trying to get their attention.
Sure. Those of you on the stage, give me perception checks to see.
What I also love is too, he's probably cheering a sex scene with his two friends.
Yes, seriously.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Sorn
is not paying attention to what's actually happened. He's just
23.
Yeah. So
I got a
Yama's too
10.
caught up in it. But
Yama's still holding the captain from like a chandelier.
but Pauly, in like a far distant turret, silhouetted, you see a narrow figure.
I could just imagine it's actually just like I've been thrown up from the chandelier to then be caught back by like Yama, and I'm like, and then caught again.
Excellent. Love that. So you have noticed and allow you to when you get dropped, you can do that stage or that whisper of wrestling style when you're in some kind of maneuver. You can whisper to Yama to pass that along that you see Sorn is up there in the VIP box.
like, how does he keep doing this? And then I will. I'm assuming that there are a few seats up here, or is it fully only standing?
Well, no, we'll say there's a couple of seats here for sure.
All right, I'd take a seat right next to. So this is quite the performance. These actors, where did you get them from?
Oh, they come from all over. Lost souls looking to make it big. Some of them trade away their time for boons. And I don't mind telling you that you tell them it's a 3-year gig, but time moves differently here.
Ah, okay. How differently are we speaking? Like, how differently are we talking? Because like, it's kind of, I really do like the weird time shifts that happen. They're quite interesting.
You don't really know until you try and get back into until you try and leave this realm. It's only upon arrival do you find how much time has or hasn't passed.
Okay. That's fair enough. As for, I've given you your gift, your portrait. Where I was told that Bavlorna was here.
Ah, yes, my dear sister has come to join me. It seems her own house is perhaps not as secure as mine. The poor thing, all dried up and cracked. She said a scary big red bird blew up her house.
Oh.
She was always a pathetic one.
She was quite nice though when I met. Like when we had our last interaction, she was quite nice. She introduced me to her friend. I believe it was Charm.
She goes, "Oh, Charm is one of mine."
One of yours. Is she like an envoy or something?
Yes. I have many under my employ here. While those who are on stage perform, their shadows perform duties for me elsewhere.
Interesting. Is Charm around? I'd very much like to say hello, if I have the chance.
Yes, I believe she should be back by now. Her and the balloon I did see land. She's probably about.
Okay. Well, if I get a chance, I would very much like to say hello to her. If not, would you be able to? No, it's too much.
No, please do tell.
Oh, it's just, would you be able to say that I said hello?
Ooh, I sense maybe it's the play that's going on, but perhaps this is an amorous hello.
Oh, potentially. I'll leave that open to interpretation.
Hope in the young. Delicious.
Oh, it's just Sorn's a little bit like, but I might warn you, I'm not that young.
Oh.
I've had a bit of a interesting past. I am but a wee 377 years of age. I'm sorry, I'm getting a phone call from work.
Okay, we'll cut back to the play. We're getting towards the end of Act 2. What's happening in Act 2, Pauly?
I feel like this is when we are interrupted our sexcapades by the dastardly villain who tries to steal away said love interest.
Yes, so a lot is now dressed up like an Aarakocra, pretending to be our protagonist, and you know, kind of shuffles in. She's got like the butterfly wings because they couldn't find like Aarakocra wings, and kind of like waddles on stage and is like, "Yes, seductress, it is I am returned from my pillaging of the Isles for you," and tries to, you know, is in the process of seducing Yama when, the real lusty Aarakocra arrives through the window. And then
He's an imposter.
Elcorn, yeah, he's an imposter, and then on cue, lightning lights up the sky, and there's a boom of thunder.
And I'm going to go to Yama. Please, you have to believe me. I am the real one.
No, I am the real one.
Oh, hard to believe.
I want to persuade Yama and the crowd.
And the crowd, yeah, I think Lot's turning to the crowd and is like, "No, do not believe this braggart. It is I, the real lusty Aarakocra." And you turn to the crowd and give an imploring speech.
22.
I assume like the lusty Aarakocra is like long soliloquies to the crowd about how horny you are, and then just a ton of lovemaking, and then going back to like long,
and then a couple fight scenes in between that. Yeah, absolutely correct.
And then long discussions to the crowd about how your lust cannot be quenched.
Yes. Either through fucking or fighting. Yep, correct.
That's right. 22 persuasion. Excellent.
I would like to tear off Lot's mustache.
Yeah.
And then and then that also and then tear off part of their clothing so that way you can see that they're not a real Aarakocra.
Yeah, underneath it's just Lot's normal cleric gear. Oh no! The feathers are fake. All right, Yama, pick up the thread.
Oh shit! All right. Yama is going to like turn on Lot, this evildoer who is mimicking her lover, and become angry and attempt an intimidation roll on Lot. And the fight begins. So that's a +5, so 25.
25. Oh my god.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, there's a big fight, and it happens again and again where like Pauly and Lot fight, and then Yama's like, "Oh no, I can't tell who's the real one."
Yes.
Um,
The rule of
And-
3, it happens 3 times.
yeah, it happens 3 times. And then, eventually the fighting gets so hot and heated between the Pauly and Lot, like
Do we
that
start
becomes
making
that becomes a bit of a scene. And then Yama has to intimidate and yell at the fake Pauly and scares him off stage. Yeah, so that that concludes Act 2, I suppose. How are we doing, Dylan? You back in the saddle?
I'm back in the saddle.
All right, excellent. Love this. What else? Yeah, are you still watching the play? Are you looking to politely excuse yourself? What are you doing?
I'm still just conversing. I'm like, but a wee 377 years old. I was trapped in stone for quite some interesting time in my life. Much like this play. Very interesting.
Yes, I'm waiting to see where it turns and gets dark and terrible. At the moment, it's just incredibly horny.
Yeah. What kind of dark and terrible are you expecting? Surprise, shock, or
Grisly, murder, self-sacrifice, dark bargains, perhaps, that corrupt, destruction, mayhem, wailing, a gnashing of teeth. And she sort of reaches out a hand to you. You can see, like, from her clawed hand, like marionette strings sort of dangle down almost like spider webs as they kind of brush over you.
Okay. Well, I must. Would you be able to just tell me where Bavlorna is, so I can? I would very much to deliver her requested object.
Oh, I'm sorry. She's not taking visitors at the moment. She's all locked up.
Ooh.
She's locked up. Take it you two are not the closest.
Well, she's a guest of mine, but I can't have her going around my realm freely. She has her own realm to deal with. It's not my fault that she let it get into such a shambles.
That is fair. Well, okay. Do you have any? I'm just gonna. Do you have any idea as to why she would want a portrait of your other sister?
Let me make a check for Endlin. See if she
Picks up what you're putting down.
yeah. You say these portraits came from our sister's house, that you were able to pilfer them?
I was requested to collect something. I'm quite good at acquiring lost things, and
I know
I don't.
I know a little bit about that myself, and
Yeah.
I can imagine that our dear sister over in Thither would not lose it so easily. So anything that causes her some pain, within reason, would of course be something Bavlorna would do, the wicked crone that she is.
Okay, so it was just more of a being annoying, if you will.
Ah, siblings.
Do know a little bit about that.
Sorn thinks about his sister.
Well, yeah, I thought if she'd asked for that one, that's where your picture came from as well. Thought you
Oh.
might want it.
I thought you'd already given it to me.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
relaying that. I thought you might want it, and
Ah.
that's where it came from.
Oh, it feels even better knowing that once my sister discovers that it is missing, she will be extra pissed off.
Yeah. Well.
Did you run into her?
I could say that. I did. I definitely. I passed her on the way through. Didn't get a chance to speak.
No? How's she looking these days?
Wasn't looking very good.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, she looked.
Can you give me a deception check to
Maybe
hide?
she looked.
I'm not lying at the moment.
Yeah, she looked like she was losing her head with anxiety.
Yeah, she looked a little bit. She looked a little bit drained.
Yeah. This is more for your face, I think.
Okay. All right. Natural 20.
You are so lucky because she also got a natural 20.
Holy shit. I was about to get thrown off a balcony.
But the 29 will trump the 20 in this instance,
Yeah.
absolutely. A natty 20 beats a natty 20, I think. That's fine.
Yeah, if it meets, it beats.
Yeah, so you can tell she's like staring at you from beneath this veil, but you are like not even stone-faced,
got
because that would probably
so-
give it away, right? Like you're just like, oh yeah, when I saw her, she wasn't looking great, but like whatever.
Yeah. Yeah,
We've gotten so lucky with his 20s.
Yeah. Okay.
We're rolling rocks.
I have sweat. Like, yeah, she wasn't looking too great. Hopefully she recovers. Wouldn't want anything bad to come
Perhaps
through her.
I'll have to schedule a visit, to check up on her.
Yeah, absolutely. Probably a good idea.
Perhaps, I've forgotten the name, but you just said it. Was it Gleam? No.
Charm?
Charm. Perhaps I'll send Charm to stop in for some tea.
After I get to catch up with Charm for some tea.
Of course.
Ah,
I love to see doomed love blossom.
it's always good. All love is doomed, to be fair.
Oh,
Where I'm from, it's...
yes.
The place
Someone
I come
who gets
from
it.
looks very much like this, but if it was all upside down and the mountains came from the sky. Like, it was... Yeah. A parallel of this. Somewhat. There isn't as a magnificent of a stage. There is an amphitheater.
Oh,
and-
and what goes on in that amphitheater?
Murder. Lots of murder.
Ooh, maybe I should change it up.
Yeah, it's an interesting place. It's called, if you ever want to check it out, it is called Menzo Baranzan.
Interesting.
Currently ruled over by a, deity known as Lolth. Very nice. You are much nicer.
I know of the Spider Queen, yes. But murder in the amphitheater, you have my attention. Perhaps these actors are having a little bit too much fun. Should we liven it up?
How about this? I have an idea.
Oh.
Allow me to get my...
My many legs are a quiver with your suggestion.
Allow me to get myself in order. A little bit. It's been a long journey to get here. Need to replenish myself a little bit. Then how about... Lower me down. Give me a way down. And I will go down and start the fight. And it will surprise them all greatly. I will put on this one show for you.
That sounds amazing. She reaches out to you with the marionette strings, and you feel sort of like these silken spider webs sort of wrap around you and hold you tight. and you are lifted up off the ground, and she flings you into the amphitheater.
Is she like lowering me down on the strings still? Or am I just falling?
You've been thrown.
Okay. All right. I am going to.
Pauly and Yama, you see a Sorn flung from the tower towards you.
Like a javelin?
Yeah, like a
Yeah.
little,
Well,
like a
while I'm
dart.
flying down, on the way down, I'm going to pull out the rapier and put it in front of me like a needle point.
Oh yeah, the prop rapier you got. Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. And then as I get within, we'll say 85 feet of the ground, so I don't die,
Sure.
I'm going to thunderstep myself down and like appear like front and center in front of the stairs.
Yeah.
In like a crash of lightning. I'm going to say, this play is over. You meet your doom. But then, like, Yama and Pauly and Lot and Elkhorn will all hear in their heads, like, just play along.
Sure.
All right.
What's the reaction?
Pauly goes, "You, I know you."
And Yama screams, like squeals, like.
And then at this, someone's going to throw the prop rapier away.
Mhm.
Or he's going to, like, throw it at Elkhorn.
Yeah.
Like, aiming as best he can, and I'm going to guidance myself to do this. And I want to, like, try and aim it into his, like, under his armpit, so it's like it pierces him through, and he just falls off.
Absolutely. So give me an attack roll like you would, let's just say like an Eldritch Blast. You kind of guide it with your magic. I'll allow that. Oh my god. Can we... Is something broken about D&D?
This is awesome.
Hey, we had to make a really good...
The actual chances of this many fucking natural 20s though.
It's
Yeah, but how many
insane.
bad rolls have we had weeks in a row?
When we actually fight Enderlin, we're going to die.
No, I'm doing this so that we don't have to fight her.
Yeah, so you tell me what this looks like on a natty 20.
Alright, I throw the prop rapier and speak into his mind, just like, fall over. And I guide it so it like goes through his armpit and like pierces him through, and he just collapses. Like
He does the over exaggerated like walk back, and he's like, oh, and then like he jumps back, throws himself against the wall.
he's just like stuck there.
Yeah. And he's like you can see he's on his tiptoes, but he's making it look like he's pinned to the wall.
And then I'm gonna look at Pauly and be like, "You're next," and then like throw my coat back. So it's like,
and I'm gonna be have at thee.
Yep. So ensues a mock battle, I assume. Sorn has joined the skills challenge. We'll go with Pauly first. What are you doing?
Can I do acrobatics again?
Yeah, because you didn't do it last round.
Yeah, cool. I want to like flip towards him and huzzah around him.
Mhm.
26.
Very good. So, Sorn, you stand there. Do you pull out another weapon, or are you?
I will like if I go to parry anything, I'm going to use my Stormlord's blade in a non-lethal
No,
fashion.
for sure. Yeah. So I'm imagining Pauly like lunges at you, flips over you, and is like fighting you, but like in a way that you parry every blow. Obviously, like
yeah.
And so it becomes stage. That kind of
Think the end battle of Princess Bride. With Inigo Montoya.
Yes, yeah. I was even thinking the first one where they're making their way all around the arena, like,
Yes.
oh, but you don't know I'm left-handed.
Yeah.
Can Yama at some point like try to protect the Aarakocra and like get in the way and get like stabbed
Yes,
and like make a very dramatic death, weeping, crying scene?
for sure. What's this going to be?
A deception check.
Sure.
Alright. Oh no, it's a 3 plus 5.
Yeah.
It's 11.
You, yeah. You described to me this failure. How do you fail?
Maybe he like, or she goes to like, no, and like to step in front of one of Sorn's like blows to block Pauly from like getting hurt or something like that. But in the end, Pauly is the one that stabs Yama in the back. And so like the story gets twisted, but then Yama just like falls over and like twists his ankle instead of like actually pulling off the like battle wound.
Yeah. I'm going to say you lose 1 hit die. So you're not injured, but like your ability to short rest heal is going to be affected.
Okay.
And yeah, so you step forward and, you know, they were both meant to stab you at the same time, perhaps, because that was going to be the thing, but you twist your ankle on the way and then fall on the ground, and they have to kind of like, oh, we stabbed her!
yeah.
Oh no! How terrible!
Damn it.
Absolutely.
Alright.
Cool. Sorn?
Alright, I will so Yama's down.
Yeah.
Now. Okay. At this
And you've like both killed her.
Yeah.
The
Yep.
tragedy.
Yeah. At this, I'm going to use an Eldritch Blast. Just for the force to like push people back.
Yep.
I want to push both Pauly and Lot clear across the room away from, like I'm building up. I want to make that Arcana.
Yep.
Come on, don't fail me now.
Oh, the luck had to run out.
Yeah.
It really has dried up. We're cold now.
I absolutely
No,
am
it's going
going
so well.
to use. No, I can just redo it. Yes. All right. I'm going to use my what's it called? My magical guidance.
Okay.
And re-roll that.
All right.
Are you kidding me?
Oh shit!
Eight.
It's still not good. Can you roll the damage for your Eldritch Blast for me, please?
Yeah,
Oh, no.
absolutely.
Oh no.
Here we go. That's 2d10, so 1 to each. So that is 3 and 8.
All right. Also, Pauly takes the 8 damage. Lot's going to make a saving throw here. She fails. It's just 1d10, isn't it? All right. She loses 1 of her hit points.
How much damage do I lose?
You take 8 force damage.
Can I uncanny dodge that?
You can.
Now it's getting
Beautiful.
serious.
You realize at the last second that, oh shit, Sorn's actually going to hit me with this.
Yeah.
And have to dodge away half of it for sure. You take it on the side.
Perfect.
All right. One more round of skill checks to see how you've had 2 failures so far. See if we can get through without one more failure. Pauly, what is your response? How do we close out the play?
What have you done? What have you done? And I'm gonna just blindly charge at Sorn.
What's this gonna be?
I
Have to make it dramatic and sad.
Or, I mean, there's you could do to give you some ideas. Like he's obviously knocked you back either into or through, like, you know, a cardboard wall. There could be an argument made for, you know, disappearing or trying to disappear.
No, I'm gonna go sleight of hand again.
Okay.
Because this works for what I want to do anyway.
Sure.
So as I charge towards him, and like, you know, he's got his like hex blade out. I am going to like maneuver his blade into stabbing me through the armpit.
Mm-hmm.
So like by basically parrying with my rapier, I'm gonna like stab myself with the rapier and then go under.
Yeah, cool.
$19.
19 is good. Like 19. So yeah, you fly forward at Sorn. Sorn, you've got the green flame blade out, and Pauly like twirls it around as he locks blades with you, but in a way that as he pushes forward, he gets it into the right position to go under his armpit, and he's able to kind of walk away, the green flame blade jutting out at him. Now, Yama, you're dead, but I'm going to have you make a skill check as well. Is there any, or if there's anything else you're doing to contribute here? Or we're going to have Sorn close it out, I guess.
Let me see. Oh, I have proficiency in medicine, so maybe I can like I don't know, maybe Yama can like wound himself in such a way that there's like a little pool of blood below him, and he's like
To make it look
can
real.
like squirt it a little bit.
Yeah.
Like I don't know.
Well, you've got some you've got some like wasabi sauce or something. You can like
Yeah, there's
make it
something.
16.
16.
16 is good. I like 16.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, it's not like the best, but you're able to get some, red dyed chocolate milk or whatever, and it just like, kind of pulls out to show the extra level of death that's still here. Sorn, you are left somewhat alone. I mean, unless you want to incorporate any of the other NPCs. Lot is still there, wounded, but is kind of looking at you for a cue of like, am I meant to die here? Or
Yeah, I want to use
or she's
persuasion.
like, no, you've killed my two loves.
I'm gonna use my persuasion
Mm-hmm.
and say to Lot, just die. Like in a really evil tone.
Yeah.
Roll for that. Come on. 21.
Yeah. So she looks around at all this and says and gives out like a, what horror have you wrought? This was the love most blossoming between an Aarakocra, a fake Aarakocra, and a seductory hobgoblin wench. Curse you, cruel world! And like she lets off some like, holy fire as she stumbles around and collapses onto the ground.
And then I'm going to just slowly make my way over, and I want to like drag all of them into sort of like a pile, like position them all near each other. And I put my boot on Pauly's shoulder and just say, are you not impressed? And then bow.
Yeah.
Well, wait. As he bows, can I try to stab him so everyone dies in this play?
Sure.
Make it like trip him so he falls on your sword.
Yes. With my dying breath, I stab him as well.
Yeah. So, Sorn, you get fake stabbed.
Yeah. And I will just collapse on top of the pile. Like, I've got my boot up on Pauly's shoulder, and I'm like, are you not impressed? And as I bow, I'll take the sword.
Yeah.
And then just collapse.
Whole crowd is like, woo, oh my god, yes! So much pain and suffering!
And then just to...
The lights go out.
Really, yeah, to really put that in, I like drop darkness over all of us.
Oh, perfect. Yeah.
So dramatic.
All the shades in the crowd standing up and clapping. Peanuts being thrown from the stands. They all kept the copper coin though. That's a souvenir. And just peanuts come flying at you, and popcorn from the into the ball of darkness. You can just feel them raining down on you. And yeah, the lights are out. You can kind of sneak off the stage if you need to.
I'm going to everyone. I'm going to say while we're in the darkness, we're like back to the dressing room. I'm going to make my way back up, and then get her to invite all of us up to that room. We all have an audience with her. because I was just talking to her for like 10 minutes. She's actually quite nice. Scary, but nice. And then I'll like walk out of the darkness towards the stairs and drop the darkness as everyone else is like.
Excellent.
So we like stand up and take bows.
Sure. Yeah. Stand up and take bows. And I think that's probably a good spot for us to leave it this week. At the end of the
That
play.
was so fun.
And next, so next week Sorn will use his good graces in with the bitter end to get them into the VIP room, have a bit of a exclusive with the maitre d', with the proprietor in the back rooms of the Motherhorn theatre. And we'll see what the plan is from there. Will the party make it out of here alive? Will they run into Bavlorna at some point? Will they kill the hag? Will they just get something and get out? Guess you'll have to hit follow and subscribe and find out. Thank you to everyone who's been in the chat. Obviously, Josh, I've seen you in there. I saw some sort of Captain Sparkles in there as well. And anything else you wanted to touch on before we call it there, team?
No, that was good. I enjoyed the hell out of that.
Awesome. Yeah, that was fun.
I think this is the first time that we've ever split the party and it's gone well.
True, yeah, that was pretty cool.
That sounds about
I
right.
genuinely thought I was going to die when I got that 2 out of the coin flip. I was like, oh god.
Here we go again. All right, we'll catch you all in Motherhorn next week. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Good night.
Bye.